so nervous. I am so nervous. This is my first time speaking to LiveWave, and I already love you guys. I need to tell you my story, but I don't see my family picture here. Anyways, I'm a mom of 5, and I've been involved in the industry, I would say, for the last 30 years. And I wanted to show my family because that's my why. And when I heard Alexandra talking, I thought, yeah, I mean, that's the center, your why. It's what wakes you up in the morning and what keeps you focused in what you're doing. And those 5 kids, I've been doing network marketing since I was pregnant of my oldest daughter, so they don't know anything else. They don't know how it is to have a mom that has a job. They don't know. They think my life is a normal life. They think that's how people work. They have no idea. Me, I grew up with other people taking care of me because my parents worked all the time. They had jobs, right? So I came to the US when I was 20 to go to the university. And then for vacation, I went back to my country, Venezuela. ¡Viva Venezuela Libre! And so when I got into my house, I knew that my parents were doing a business, right? I didn't know. I always saw them working, the 9 to 5, and then suddenly I go into my house and they transformed the living room into a classroom. They got rid of the furniture, the chairs, whiteboard, products, display, all of that. And I'm like, what is happening here? Where's my house? You know what? Every day we had people coming at 6 p.m. to a meeting, and I felt so uncomfortable. I'm like, what is going on? Who are these people? Everybody sat in the chairs. My dad would give the presentation, and I was like, herbs, combination of herbs and all these amazing products that were changing people's life, right? And I started listening to testimonials. Of course, when you're 20, you're healthy, right? You're not thinking about your lungs and your kidneys and your heart and your brain. Everything is fine. You're like, I'm stoppable. I'm perfect. But then I started hearing all these testimonials of healings, and I started falling in love with what was happening in there, with the whole thing that was happening in there. And so my dad was the one that introduced me into this industry, and he said, next week you're presenting. And I'm like, what? And it happened. He stood up in the front of everybody and he said, tonight we are gonna listen to Monica. She's my daughter. She's gonna teach you. And I had to do it. I had to do it. My dad is from Austria. He's very demanding, and it is what it is. And that I learned from him. When I'm training my team, I go and tell them, you're next, okay? Next week, you're next. And they laugh at me. They're like, no. And then I do the same thing. So tonight, we're going to be listening to Boo. And he's like, ah. So yeah, everything is duplicable. What you learn, you teach, and it keeps going, and it keeps going. So I love my family. This is the reason why I chose this profession. And for me, this is a totally real profession. And we heard about the list, and I just want to give you a quick tip of what I always tell my team members. I tell them, think about your daughter. She's getting married. Who are you going to invite? Because some people go like, oh, who's going to be in the list? It's like Mission Impossible, right? Who wants to do this? You don't think about that. You just put everybody in the list. Everybody has to be in the list. period. So everybody in the list, you don't know, you'll be surprised. The people that you think will do it will not, and the ones that won't will, you know all that. So everybody has to go on the list. But this is what I need to talk about. I got confused. I did the whole lie thing, and it turned out that I only needed to talk about help enroll. So when you need to, at this point, guys, at this point, we're closing the deal, right? This is, person already heard the presentation. They probably already tried the patch. They already felt something. Now we're going to kind of close the deal. We need to close that circle, and either, you're this or not, or what's going to happen. And the best way to do this is to ask the right questions. I love to ask questions. When I bring somebody of my team to a presentation, like a one-on-one, and they're listening to me, they're like, when is he going to start? I just ask questions because I need to know, who am I talking to? What is your need? What are you looking for? What's hurting in your life? What's hurting in your life? Because the closing actually starts from the beginning. The first moment when you say hi to that person and you go to their house, you already closing the deal. The closing is not an end process that, it's like, okay, now we're doing the close. Okay, no, you start closing since you started with that person the first day, okay? So the questions have so much power. You hold the power. The person that asks a question has the control of the conversation. If they start asking you questions, they're controlling the conversation. So when somebody's asking too many questions, I ask them back. I just ask them back. It's my power. The power, it's in me. I'm the one that asks the question, not you. Okay? So, what did you like the most? What did you like the most of what you heard? What did you like the most? And then you keep quiet. You don't keep talking. The one who talks loses. So you shut up. You just close your. I don't know how to. Listen, English is not my first language. Okay, so. Just close your mouth. Shut it, right? And then, okay, so what did you like the most? And just stay there. Stay there. Stay there. Wait for the answer, and it's going to come. Sometime it's going to come, and they're going to go, I really like the product. It's interesting. Oh, it's interesting. What is interesting? Well, the way it works. What did you like about the way it works? With the light. What light? The sun, right? People say that, right? I get that all the time. Well, but it's night. The sun. No, it's not. It's your light. Your light. It's always there, 24/7. So we keep going, right? And then, do you think somebody that you know or somebody in your family would benefit from it? Do you think? Again, they go, yeah, my husband, my mom, my kids. By the way, I have amazing testimonials. Amazing testimonials. When I was invited to LiveWave, was back in April, I had stopped doing network marketing for a while. And then this lady, my friend, my beautiful friend, I don't know if she's listening, her name is Sulma. She kept calling me, and I knew she wanted to talk about a business, and I didn't want to answer, but she kept calling me. Finally, I answer, and she, tells me, I feel great, I feel amazing, I've never been this good, and okay, so what is it, I never thought it was a patch. For 30 years, I've been working with supplements. For me, it was hard to understand that a patch, that I didn't need to put anything in my mouth anymore. It was hard for me to understand that. It took a while. Really, I had a battle inside of me. I'm like, no, but you still need to, you put in your body inside your mouth, it's what's going to heal you. And 30 years talking about supplements and whatnot, and then suddenly it's just something. It took a while, but she gave me a whole packet of X39. And my daughter was having an issue, and so I took it off at night and put it on her, and I started working on her, and I thought, this is amazing. 2 for 1, amazing. Me in the morning, her at night. Now she has her own patch, and she's my baby. She's 18, but she loves it. So back to helping enroll. When you're connecting with this person that is answering your questions, don't forget she's a mom. Don't forget she's a wife. Don't forget she has dreams too. Don't forget she has issues. We all have issues. Don't forget the emotional heart-to-heart connection that has to happen every day, every person at a time. You need to connect. This is a connection business. You have to connect heart to heart. It's not going to happen. The closing is not going to happen. They're not going to join the business. They're not going to do anything unless you connect to their heart to heart. I know how you feel. I feel the same. I understand how you feel. Always empathy. And you know what? They didn't do the packets either. Okay. At the end of the day, you guys, it doesn't matter what packet is she going to choose, or him, sorry. He's going to choose or she's going to choose. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I show them all the options from the core to the premium. I tell them everything, what comes and what not. But I always tell them, I'm not here for your money. I'm here for your decision. Let's make it happen. I started with a core. I didn't have money, and my daughter gave me her car to pay for the core. I don't think the packet that you come in determines your success at all. And I always let them know, I'm not here for your money. I don't really care what packet you choose to come in. We're going to make it happen, and it's about your decision, and it's about what you want to accomplish in your life, and I'm going to be here to help you. Let's make it happen. And at the end of the whole process, the person is what matters. She's or him, it's what matters. That person, somebody told me once, one lady that I really admire in one company that I used to work with, she told me she was very successful. She was one of the top. And I talked to her, and I had a lot of time to spend with her. And she said, my key to success is that I see everybody that I talked, everybody that I start a conversation or give a presentation, I see them as the top rank. When I see them, I say, she's going to be a presidential. I don't care. She doesn't know it. She doesn't know anything about it, but she is going to be my presidential. So I'm going to treat her as a president. I'm going to give her all my respect. I'm going to give her my time, and let's make it happen. Now, if I encounter a lady like Haroldo, the lady that Haroldo encountered, that didn't want to pay attention to him, I just let her go. I just let them go, You have to participate in your own rescue. I want to rescue you, but you have to participate in your own rescue. There's nothing I can do if you don't even want to talk to me or respond my calls or respond my texts. I'm here if you need me. Let's make it happen. But one very important key that I want you to remember is every person that you're sitting with from that list that one day you did, and that name came into your mind, it's for something, it's for a reason. That name that you put in that list has a destiny, has a purpose. And if you're sitting with that person, and if she or him gives you the opportunity and gives you 30 minutes of her time or his time, you better take it and you better give your best and be intentional. Give your best at that time and see the person as your next president. Even if you're not president yet, like me, but you see the person. I will be, for sure. Maybe this year. I love this business. This business has given me so much. Truly, it gives me time, it gives me hope, it gives me motivation, it gives me the desire to become a better person, to help people become better person. We have developed character, we have developed discipline, we have developed so many attributes that you don't learn from school, you don't learn in the real world. That's why we're so crazy, we're different, we're special, we're one of a kind. Thank you so much, God bless.